So digital nomading, right? So you have this dream of freedom, and you have this dream of the ideal work-life balance where you get to travel, do all the things you love, like skiing and snowboarding in winter season, and seeing beautiful places and relaxing on beaches in the summer. And of course, that's the ideal. But I have to tell you, before you get to there, there's a lot you gotta look out for. There is figuring out who you are and what works best for you. Then there's options like, where do I go? How do I make things practical? So the last bit, the practical bit, is getting from your head and your dream to doing things with hands and feet. So this video is meant to help you on your way. I'm not going to give you all the answers. I'm just going to tell you what I did so that you can go ahead and find your own way through life. To start off with, digital nomading wasn't such a theme 30 years ago. Actually, people just worked, and for work they traveled. And in the meantime, they discovered that there was a lot to be seen while they were working and traveling. And hence the concept of digital nomading came about, because as the world transitioned from doing in work, such as in retail, etc., it became much more of a digital platform kind of oriented work. So I myself, I'm a coach, I'm also a medical doctor, and it's very easy to do online medical work these days if you don't need to see any patients. People are always open to advice, and they're always willing to take the next step before they go to a medical doctor. So in general, my work wasn't possible as a nomad when you look at the medical work. But I've integrated it in such a way that it suits me. So whatever you do and whatever you're hoping to do, maybe you're planning to transition to a different kind of work, just do it from the heart. Don't make any complex ideas or assumptions about what it's supposed to be, but just get out there, book a flight to some of your favorite destinations, and get out there and do it. And then when you come back, you can see if you liked it, what you did like, what you didn't like. Myself, I started traveling as a backpacker. And what I really liked about the backpacker scene in Australia and New Zealand was that it's kind of a brotherhood. You meet each other in a hostel, you share your food, you talk and you exchange ideas, and you leave again in the morning. You say your goodbyes, and it's very heartwarming. So what I really liked about that world is that you're the same. There's no one better, there's no one worse. You're all on a mission to get to your journey and the path that you've carved out for yourself on the journey. And then you're going to be the same person a little bit better and go back home. What I mostly like is the nice people, the community. But if you have your community back home and your friends, it might not be the ideal thing for you to go traveling. But then again, you could take your friends with you. So, find your own entry into how you want to become a digital nomad. Some people book Airbnbs, some people book houses on Airbnb and get a group and go, and they make that their digital nomadism. The practical aspects are that you need Wi-Fi, but that's usually very easy these days. You might need a computer, sometimes your phone's enough. You need plenty of cash because things go astray sometimes. So make sure you're stocked up on savings, at least for the first 3 months, and make sure you have your insurance. Now, everything you need is actually online. There's this digital nomad platform, there's Coliving Switzerland platforms, and the whole industry on digital nomadism is currently being expanded because the concept's there, but everyone's figuring out what's it gonna take to optimize it. Mm, there's currently insurance options. There is how to get into a relationship while digital nomading. Because they've tried it and they want to help other people. So my take on digital nomadism is: in the winter you ski or snowboard, in the summer you lie on the beach. But in general, it's how to keep the quality of your product that you're selling online um, optimized. And that's a different story. What inspiration does for me while traveling is it lifts my product to a more modern, more day to day concept. Because you can coach from an old concept of this is what leadership is about. But seriously, if you're looking at the current generation of young people, they have it in their mind. You don't need to coach them. But what you can do, you can support them with your years of experience. So for me, coaching currently in leadership is very practical. Um, People don't need much, they just need a good example on the road. How do you make money? You do what you can. Sometimes you have to give, sometimes you get. But in general, in this co working atmosphere, you share your food. There's not a lot of groceries that you need to get. You share rooms, you share Netflix, because you use usually one Netflix account. So, in general, don't be afraid to get out there and to just try things out. I can promise you everything you do need will come to you if you just give it a try. So get out there and do your best you can and be proud of yourself. This is Patricia saying hi from Coliving, Lead in Switzerland.